what's up? It's Shy Guy Shawn from Kiss 98.5. I'm hanging out at Mohawk Place in Buffalo. It's an artist showcase that we want to present to you, featuring this lovely and talented lady right here. It is Lights hanging out. Hi.
Hey, how's it going? Nice to see you.
Hey, very nice to see you. Now, you're no stranger to not only Buffalo, but this venue. You've been here twice before, I understand, right?
Yeah, this is second home, I guess, to me, and it's one of the most fun venues just because it's so like hole in the wall and it's so close to everybody, and it's exciting. I love it.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask you, actually, because it's very grungy. Take a look around at like all the graffiti and stuff on the walls. This is a place that's mostly known for like hardcore bands and punk rock bands, and now we have you, this cute little thing with the pop music and the guitar. Have you ever played venues similar to this where it felt maybe awkward because maybe it's just so different than maybe what you would normally be used to?
Well, the thing is, I mean, as a touring musician, especially when you're developing your, basically you're developing your career based on live, and which is what we've been doing for the past couple of years. Tons of shows in tons of places, so you end up playing everywhere, from a hole in the wall to 30 people to soft seat theaters. You're playing everything, so there really is no norm. If one of them became the norm, that would probably be very frustrating. So I'm no stranger to places like this. We've played our share of hole in the wall.
And I remember when I saw you 2 years ago, I saw Lights perform right here, and it's great because, again, talking about the venue, people are stage diving and crowd surfing, which is not something I would expect to see at a Lights show. Am I right?
Well, I mean, we've actually, surprisingly, have had a couple mosh pits start for February air, but otherwise, no. It's generally just a lot of excitement and a lot of singing along, and it's cool.
And most of us know you from your CD, The Listening, which is already out, and you did an acoustic CD that came out over the summer as well. And now I understand you're working on a CD of new material. Which is it springtime that we can expect that?
I hope so. I mean, it's really hard to say at this point. The last thing you want to do is force something like that, right? So, like with The Listening, I had my whole life to make it, right? And now all of a sudden it's like, maybe by April I want something out, and I don't have anything done for it. But that's the hope, is that by maybe early next year I'll have something. But I've got to write it first.
Okay, but we do know one of the new songs, which I'm kind of digging. It's called My Boots. It's already available now on iTunes. And how clever of you to come out with a song called My Boots with winter just around the corner and people wearing boots. But I went online and I saw the video is like a lyric video type thing. Are you going to do like an actual video type thing? What can I expect from that?
I hope so. I mean, there's no solid plans right now to make a video, but I really want to. I have all these awesome ideas, and the lyric video was just something we wanted to put out so that to drive the traffic from people that actually want to hear the song to like the YouTube page so they can figure out the lyrics, and I don't know if you saw like F You by CeeLo or whatever, like that. People are starting to do the lyric videos, and it's kind of cool. It has a whole other sort of new wave of internet videos.
It's a new way of getting your music out there, kind of.
Yeah.
It would be nice to start over again before we burn out.
Now, for those still unfamiliar with Lights, now you live in Toronto, right?
Yes.
And did you grow up there or nearby, or?
No, I mean, I was born in Northern Ontario, grew up in parts of Northern Ontario, actually grew up overseas a little bit, lived in the Philippines and Jamaica, and then moved out west. My family lives in Vancouver, and then I relocated to Toronto 5 years ago on my own.
Cool. The CD, The Listening, came out not too long ago, which put you on the map with songs like Dry My Soul, Ice, and Second Go. And then you came out with an acoustic EP. And what made you decide to kind of go a different direction and do this acoustic CD?
Well, I mean, I put a lot of effort into the songs themselves. I'm a strong believer in that. If you don't have a good song, you have nothing that's going to carry your career.
We look here from you, we gon' find you, we gon' find you, so you can run and tell that, run and tell that, run and tell that, oh boy.
And I mentioned the song Second Go earlier, and I gotta say, I love the video for it, okay? And she's dressed in this white outfit in an all-white room, and you're throwing paint around. So this is what I'm dying to ask you. How many times did you have to do that? Did you do that one take, boom, it was done? Or did you have to spend like a weekend doing the same thing over and over again?
I literally had one shot at it. And that was the irony. The song's called Second Go, and I literally had one take because we had this white house built, like a little set, and if I made a mistake, we'd have to rebuild the whole set. Right? Yeah. So, I mean, I spent the day kind of walking through and planning my moves and where I was strategically planting paint cans and what I was going to do. But I never practiced it with paint. Like the first time the paint touched my hand was when I first dipped it in and the camera was rolling. I never experienced paint on me until it was actually happening. So it was really, really intense when they yelled rolling, because I know I'm like, this is the only shot I have at doing this.
second go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go.
Now, you won Best New Artist last year at the Junos. Congratulations. Everybody that I've ever interviewed that have ever won that type of an award, whether it be at the VMAs or the Grammys or the Junos, they all tell me, and maybe you feel this way, maybe you don't, I'm curious to get your insight, they all feel that now it all of a sudden adds to a whole bunch of pressure of living up to a legacy of being a Best New Artist. Did you ever feel that once you got a, I mean, because it's a great honor, but now it's like, okay, here's Lights, the Best New Artist. Now you got to be something. You can't be the next Lou Bega, right?
Well, actually quite the opposite. At the point that I got Best New Artist, I only had an EP out. And the listening was almost done, and I was really proud of it. And I had no idea that I was even in any sort of league where I would be nominated for that, let alone win it. So it was more so than anything like a pat on the back from your dad being proud of you that you're doing the right thing and keep doing it. You know, so it didn't to me feel like it was pressure. It was taking pressure off in terms of just being like, you know what, you're doing good, just keep doing it because we're behind you. And that's the way it's felt all up until this point. You know, in fact, more so every day I feel like I'm getting more support behind me.
Did you guys see the fire trucks? It's because it's so hot.
Finally, you're actively involved on Twitter, I see, because I'm following you on Twitter. And for those that aren't following you, how can they go about doing so? What's your URL?
Twitter.com/lights, and you just press follow.
Oh, so you got the Lights Twitter. Wow, that no one beat you to that. That's
Well, actually, I had Lights Noise when I first started because all my URLs were Lights Noise, and somehow it ended up freeing up, and we snatched it up. So I have Lights now.
cool. Follow her on Twitter. Also, iamlights.com. That's the website too, right? And you'll see her at Mohawk Place tonight, performing live. Sold-out show. Interesting venue. Ladies and gentlemen, Lights, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you so much for having me.